So I realized something. Karen. It's like very close to the name of the ferryman from mythology. And the fact that we wake up with one coin, I'm pretty sure in Roman mythology you need 2 coins to pay the ferryman at the river Styx in order to pass to the next life. And they only give us one. I don't know.
Salve, friend.
Can't go that way, apparently.
I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
Yeah, Galerius.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Wait. Oh, nice.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Probably.
Probably.
Thanks.
All right. See you around.
Thanks, I'll be going now. Cool. I want to go this way. I really want to find out more about all the people here and make sure their stories line up or, you know, don't. Are the cisterns up here? Okay. Okay. I wonder if I can break the golden rule before they tell me what it is. Like, technically, I don't know anything right now. So does this go this way or? Don't steal anything. Don't hurt anyone. Don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Oh, this is little amphitheater. Cool. Some more graffiti. So also I'm guessing that the statues will whisper hints to you, specific hints. Ulpius loves Sentilla. Corrected to Ulpius killed Sentilla. Oh my goodness. So there were 3 girls missing. 3 people missing out of 23 inhabitants. So you can't do anything till locked doors. Looks like a wooden carving with a symbol of a fish carved into it. It looks like it might be religious in nature. Yeah, this is a very Christian. I forget what the letters actually stand for, but this is Christian symbolism right here. I mean, the fish most people would recognize. I don't need to be stealing shit yet. Symbol of a fish. Interesting. So there's Christian symbolism happening down here. Wow, there's a lot going on down here. Yeah, I kind of figured that part out. We are finding stuff. We are finding money. Maybe I can find 1,000 money real easy. If you know where all the chests are. Yeah, so whoever's watching is using the golden statues to keep tabs on the city. You can crouch. Can you climb? If only they could support my weight. They can't currently support my weight. Climb! Is there gonna be more weird magic things happening? Where I can become very small? The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. So this is where Livia lives. The place is called accursed. Here, Tidios offers up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 Belides who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost. That is pretty cool. I was wondering if this city has a name. Nobody has said, like, the name of the city. What's his name? Sentius asked us, like, what do your people know of our people, of our city? And it's like, well, I don't know what this city is called. I don't know the name of it. I'm assuming this is just something Livia calls the city, not necessarily anything, like, official. What did this say again? The boneless shadows. So we are, to her, already dead. It's possible all of us are already dead. It might be one of those situations. Did I see a way to go? Yeah, that was it. Okay. May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us, stranger. We will see about that. This to me seems like the real Forgotten City. Wow. So how much money do we have? 600 already. And again, I'm still not sure if we are on any kind of timer. It doesn't seem like it yet. Like, I don't notice the light changing. The sun doesn't move across the sky because we don't really technically have a sky, so maybe they did that on purpose because they want us to feel like we can explore at our own pace, which I appreciate. It's the actions that are gonna make the time loop reset itself, and if we want to trigger events, we can trigger them on purpose, like the election. We can ask the priestess to call the election. That's how I'm gonna guess this works. Laid by the city's goose. I'm wondering if these butterflies indicate anything in particular. You know. There's the city goose! Amazing. Perfect 10 out of 10 goose. I do wonder what kind of loop all the characters are on, though.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're now. What?
I don't really want to push this quite yet. I'm still very much in the gathering.
All right. See you around.
The gathering information phase. So, like, does Galeria just walk back and forth between here and the guy that's imprisoned, or what, you know? It's kind of a long walk, I think. The other whispers said, like, they listen with their eyes, but that one was like, I speak. Did I say they listen with their eyes? They see with their eyes. They watch with their eyes. But that one was like, I speak with their tongues. Alright, what's the deal in here? Yeah, there is an apple in that tree. Still don't have 1,000, but damn. You can just find money. Same place, right? Yeah, same chest. There's a chest up there, too. I don't think I can get up there. I think these butterflies indicate something where maybe I can use an ability that I don't have yet or something. Because if I could jump, if there's something I could do to be able to climb up those vines, that's where those butterflies were. They're here where I obviously need to be able to, like, yeah, do something to get up here. But then there were also some on That pile of hay? Like, covered fridges? Huh. Well, you can't hardly jump out of the water. You really have to, like, have something like a ramp to walk right out of. It's very interesting. You're the priestess. I need to talk to more people. Like you. I like the fact that people that I haven't spoken to are called stranger.
Watch your step.
That helps.
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. The one they call Ironclads.
How did you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
What does that mean? Why are you still wearing your legionary armor?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Why do you think we're all in danger? What? Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be.
What are you dealing with? What are you dealing with?
None of your business. Introiti ipsum commensura. If we have to.
Do you know a way out of
If
here?
I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
What do you think about the golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Nah.
Then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble
Am
along
living
like
through a
nothing's wrong.
pandemic currently.
Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming.
Why, though?
Whatever
Why are
that
you
is.
ready?
And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
I don't care, dude. What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
Were you a Khajiit in the original Skyrim mod?
Of
think
course
you're right.
I am.
Who are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Let's talk about something else. I'll be going.
Whatever.
Whatever, indeed. Who are you? Sinner. But who is that intended for? Vergil. I don't know this guy. Why is he named already?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Vergil.
I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
I was told that things like that aren't discriminated against in this society.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin.
Oh, I love this.
Can you believe that? If there are any of them here,
Amazing.
they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Let me look into it for you.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
See what I can do. What's your story? Didn't he pretty much tell me?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing.
That sounds
But
important.
you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious
Actually,
history of this
I
place.
would love to. Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
I don't think I've been to this temple yet. I'm not sure exactly what we're referencing. Tell me about the city's architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Tell me about the city's history.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines
Does the city have a
were
name?
constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Let's just say, what does that mean?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine?
Yeah.
If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
I wonder if there is a way to really actually converse with any of those golden statues. But I don't know what that would be yet.
Of course.
Do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule. But once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god. But I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
An interesting way of putting it.
Once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care.
Right.
Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you? Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
This is exactly what's going through my mind. How would you remove a being that you have no idea, you know nothing about it? You know, assuming that it doesn't have anything to do with the actual human in charge.
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision. My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking. Nice to talk to you.
That was helpful. I don't know, it felt helpful, like, to just lay out everything like that. Accusatory note. So this really spells out.
Sorry.
Vergil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Damn, what the fuck? Maybe they're not referring to you being gay, my dude. Maybe they think you're gonna do something else.
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
So what temple on the bluff are we talking about? I don't really want to go that way. That's where that lady is. I don't want to trigger that at the moment. He's not a stranger.
One of these statues is worth on the outside.
I've talked to him. What's...
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little... I don't, I'm afraid, but I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something. She was headed to the baths not long ago. Very well, another time.
I didn't really want to deal with her at the moment. I don't want to deal with the guy at the bathhouse, at least. Maybe I don't have to deal with him yet.
Help! You have to... A man arrived and... You have to do something. Are you serious? Are you go... None of us do. You just have to... Are you daft or just callous? Thank you. I have to... What? All right,
Save Fabia's life. So she runs the bakery.
Salve.
Salve.
Did you stop?
Wow, I really have to stop this guy? I am very doubtful that you can talk him out of doing what he wanted to do. I have to find the guy he was looking for. Hello. Ooh, can I get some clothes?
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, you're the guy.
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India.
Cool.
And never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail? And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know
Maybe
you do
I
not
want
require
clothing.
So information perhaps?
What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why set up a tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Sure.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
You know, I like that mindset. I do. How did you end up here? Please
A good
tell me.
question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drawing in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Some people mention a stranger. Did anyone else mention a stranger? I think one other person might have.
Anything you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
Sorry, did I say the wrong thing?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me.
Please.
Ah, it is a long story.
I am here for the stories. Why don't you tell me?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse.
We all came in that way?
See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Yeah, why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard the godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
All right. What do you think about the golden rule?
Yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus.
What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
Good advice.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
have seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Is that why that one statue has clothes on it? Who are you gonna vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malone.
Seems like most people
I
are.
do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Who?
But of course,
Any idea who's threatening Vergil?
this is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous though. Vergil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front
Yeah,
last
she
night.
won't talk
Perhaps
to me
you
yet.
should ask her about it. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
I have to find I have to find the guy with one blue eye, one green eye, whose name is like Quentius or something like that. Oh, it's a changing room. Lovely attention to detail. I love it. Oh, we can't steal. Keep pressing tab to get out of an inventory.
Greetings and salutations.
What's up, Georgius? Okay, so this is
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the
Vergil,
bluff.
Georgius,
Greetings and
a locked door.
salutations.
That's the healer, bakery, and then this asshole. Oh, who's that guy? Is that... He just scooted over a little
How'd you
bit.
do?
If I steal this, I mean, that's stealing. I can't just steal, right? And there's that guy. I need,
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad.
in order to get the key from that guy, I need to get him out of his cell.
It's election day today.
We're back at the amphitheater. The temple on the bluff. What, $900. Just need 100 more. 99 more gold. And then we can just buy that shit off that guy. Hopefully just one more one more chest. Oh, there's a scroll. The Myth of the Golden Rule by Durotas the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching and deserving of our contempt. Yeah, that sounds good. I can take it. Why not? She who? Have I been here? Yeah, I think I passed through here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the temple on the bluff, that's that. It looks like, you know, the temple to, oh my gosh, what is it called? The Parthenon? Wow, my ancient Roman and Greek mythology and history is very rusty. This is owned. I would love to read that note. The Lararium? Small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Neat. Hi. Oh, it's you. Okay. I can tell you what I know so far.
A new face. Ave and May Vesta. Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed? Yes, I also had such an encounter. What else?
River. They all wash up on a river.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Yeah, will do. Find me. What? This is really pretty. Another bust of Minerva. I wonder if you can even take falling damage. Where's this Octavia person? That guy. That's the form, right? Is it? Yeah, it's the form. I've already talked to you. Don't I know you? Who you are?
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at them. Her name's Domitius.
Oh.
You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
I would like to meet Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
How about some wine? Isn't soliciting bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
What do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
I'll see what I can do.
Just
I don't want
make
to.
it good.
I don't want to give him my money yet. What do you think of the golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Can I help in some way?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
I'm gonna go.
Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Yeah, these butterflies. What is the deal with these butterflies? I feel like I could get stuck if I fell down there. This is so shady, this random little corner. Whoa. Just walking up this rock. Oh, that just goes into there. I can get in there without jumping over rocks and shit. There's probably more stuff to explore in there too, in their house, so I might as well. I wanted to get up here.
Citizen?
What's up? What is your deal?
What is it, citizen?
I don't think I've conversed with him. What is your
I'm a
story?
legionary of the First Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
How did you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
Can we talk about Sentilla?
What business is that of yours?
I'm looking for her.
A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes help.
I suppose that's true.
I know what you did to her. Again, with my character, I don't think that'll work. Did you notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Sentilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius. But none of them will tell me anything.
I haven't met a Claudia
might
yet.
fare better though, I suppose. Fine.
What can you tell me about the
He's
magistrate?
one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't
Does
ask
he
much
live
more
by
than
those
that.
words, really? Can I see the citizen
I don't see
register?
why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Sure. Nice. This is cool. I've met Aurelia in passing. Have not met Claudia. Oh, she's the wife of Malleolus. That would be why. I know Decius. Met him, met her. I've met all them. Hannibal died. Possibly in the cistern. I've met Horatius. Kabash is missing. Yulia died too, right? Just now. That's the one. Yeah, okay. Debt bondsman to Malleolus. Livia. I haven't really had a chance to talk to Livia, really. I've met Lucretia. Of course, haven't met Malleolus yet. Not to be trusted. Haven't met her. Well, isn't this one of the other ones that was missing? Navia, Kabash, and Sentilla? Wasn't that it? Haven't met Octavia. Rufius I've met. Sentilla I've met. Sentilla is missing. Sentius. This guy I haven't met. Might have something to do with Sentilla. And I've met Vergil. Wow, I've actually met a lot of people.
Of course.
What do you think about the golden rule?
As I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check.
Ugh,
It's
this
brutal,
place has
of
become
course,
a thoroughfare.
but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Let's go ahead. Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms?
Yeah.
As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
That's messed up.
Your sort wouldn't last a week in the Legion.
Probably not.
If you like. All right. Please keep an eye out for anything that might lead us to Sentilla.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop
I
letting
know who she
barbarians in here.
is.
What do you want?
Why does it say stranger?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing
Okay.
in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Okay, we got a Henry. Henry's gonna help. Are we gonna settle? No, don't go up there. Just stay here, please. Thank you. I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive
I don't need your
mastery of our
attitude,
customs.
lady.
Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? I trust you can see yourself out.
Actually,
Oh, look. Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have...
can I
I
help?
don't know. Can you? It was 3... We went into...
Wait, so... I thought there was...
I think so, yeah. I don't know. All I know...
Wasn't there a point at which I pissed her off? I can't go back.
I hope you're not insinuating I'm... If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
Okay.
So you'll help me find her? Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
I did, didn't I?
Thanks. I'd appreciate it. Of course. What have you Yes.
This is Sentilla's room. Isn't this Sentilla's room? I can't steal her money. There's... Oh my god, having to press F to leave an item is really annoying. I'm not finding anything in this room, but I did find some weird graffiti that I wish I could tell you about. This room is very small, and I can't imagine it would be hard to... Like, what is there to miss in here? You know? Sentilla to Sentius and Sentia, may Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape and I must take it. I hope we meet again someday. Wow. Yeah, I'll tell her.
What have you discovered? What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Sentilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own.
Oh.
And yet, Yulia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows
dead.
anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Wait a second. Is there a way to keep Yulia alive? I mean, it seems like it would be impossible because you just go into the place and she's dead. So like there wouldn't be time to even be time to get the antidote, like even if you could. I guess we'll go talk to Lucretia though. Not from Sentilla. Sentilla to Sentius, may Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter, and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father, and Sentia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be re-elected. I am sure of it.
Citizen.
Citizen. Okay. Hey, you're alive. Can I steal the stuff? Will she die as soon as I talk to Lucretia? Can I just steal the stuff and bring it here? I cannot imagine that I can steal it. Right? Stealing... Like, regardless of what we steal it for, it probably won't go over well, right? If I can just find 100 more coin, I might actually be able to buy it from that guy. He might also just say, nah, I'm just not gonna sell it to you, the price just went up. Let's talk to Lucretia.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this? She needs the resin of a plant. It's too late.
Okay,
She just
so
slipped away.
she dies if you talk to Lucretia. Got it.
No.
I haven't asked her.
I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
How did you end up here?
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here.
And a fire. They were all in the fire in Rome, it sounds like.
It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it.
Why are you working out of a shrine?
Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense.
Tell me more about Nivea.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem. A real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed, and he's in constant pain.
Who?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
See what I can do. I keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely
So nobody else
not
hears
normal.
them?
There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad. Well, she used to until
Same-
the last
same
event
stuff.
she's been. But I really one of. He's become. I just know Nevia would know how. Thank. Sure. What do you want to know?
Did you hear her say anything about escaping?
How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid.
Do you think she was poisoned or was it self-inflicted? Somebody said that suicide is punishable, and if that was what happened, everybody would probably turn gold.
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Something about a snake with black eyes. That's what she said last time. Do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Is there any reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas' villa, and they are quite secretive.
Okay.
Gladly. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and test something. I'm gonna steal this thing. And I'm gonna see what happens. Where's the guy? He's not here? Okay, let's steal the thing.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Which one of you idiots did this?
Can you shoot me? You can. So what happens if I run out of health? Like, I'm actually curious. Well, I bet I die and I have to go back to my last save. That's probably what happens. So I stole the thing and the predictable happened. There's got to be another way to get it. There has to be. Oh my gosh, am I actually like at half health? Wow. I've restarted the day and now I'll need to get to Lucretia with the Silphium before Yulia dies, but you can't steal it. Or I have the same inventory. That's amazing. All right, this is awesome. I am so excited to come back to this game and try a few things. This is great. This is so much fun.